Hi everyone, it's Deborah. Today I'm going to be making like a lacy, shabby, chic journaling spot of some sort. And I've got a number of things, even things that I have made recently and a long time ago, because I thought it might be useful to actually use some of that. So you can have a look or get some ideas on how I would use something once I've made it. Because as you may notice, I don't overly decorate things when I first make them. Even the journals, I don't. I tend to do the basics or make something like these little pockets that I made, and then I will add things to them as I go and put them in the journal, or like this where I want to further embellish something. I'm going to start with some paper. I've just got some paper that I've played around with and used some ink on, and this is just sitting in the cupboard in my tub, and I thought I would use some of that. So the first thing will be to tear down this so that it is the right size. So I don't even know how big this piece is that I've got, but I figure that if I tear it, it should be the right size. Now I'll just grab my ruler and do it. Actually, it's much easier if I've got a bit of a guide. So I'm just going to maybe put, I don't know how many pieces yet, definitely, 5 or 6, because I want it to be something that's going to be useful within the journal. And I don't mind the torn edge, so I'll just go with that look. So I'll just rip a couple of these to start with and get this so that I can start to put the stuff in the centre. I think it's important just to get that stuff in the centre first, and then I will rip this apart here. Now, I wasn't planning to put any pockets or anything in the centre of this one. This is purely going to be a journaling spot inside, but the outside will be the decorative piece. And these pieces that I'll rip off here, I'll actually save that because I can use that piece certainly as a decorative piece in something else, or maybe even in this one here. The first thing I'm going to do is just to put some binding in here, or some thread to bind it, because I really want to be able to turn the pages. I could stick them down, but then I know that there might be difficulty in turning them, and it's quite a simple job. I'm just doing 2 holes in this one. I've got it doubled. You can see there on the back there's actually 2 threads there, and then I'll just tie it up. It's that simple, so it's not a big burden to sew that in. And the cotton I'm using isn't even waxed, this particular one. This is this super strong one that I got. It's a linen thread that I got from an op shop. I've used it before, so I'm sure I've told you about it before. It's just, it's a really, really strong linen thread. I just leave the threads loose like that. I'm not going to cut them off for this one. So that's the basic little booklet. It's pretty simple, a few pages, but plenty of journaling space in there. So I'll start with the inside back, and how I'm going to do the inside back is I'm actually going to stick a piece of this paper down onto it. And just rip it off where it needs to be ripped off. I'll put this little one in here. So this is one that I made a while ago, and I'm sure you can go back and have a look at the old videos. It was, in a few months ago maybe. I don't know, time just blurs together, so I'm really not sure when I made it, to tell you the truth. So that does kind of fit in there, but I might want to use that for something else. And then on top I want to put a little bit of decoration on here. Maybe not too much, just some bits and bobs so that it's not so plain and blue like it is. Whether that would fit. Yeah, I can still close that up if I put that there, although writing on it may be difficult. Okay, well, I won't do that. I've got some muslin. I thought I could put some muslin over the top just to tart it up a bit, because this is a white muslin, so you'll still be able to see some of that blue coming through if I do this. You could always dye the white muslin if you don't like the white muslin, and I will pull it apart. That's what I love about this. You can just tease it out, and you can pull it all apart if you want to, but if you just tease bits of it out, it looks quite good. And now I'm just putting that muslin down there, and it will create something a bit different at the bottom of that pocket. I might get some little sayings out as well and put through, especially on places like this. And now I'm going to lie it down because I want to decorate this front part here. I'm going to start with a base. I always think it's good to start with something, because otherwise you're faced with a blank page, and a blank page is always harder, in my opinion, to work on than something that has a base. You'll often see an artist, like I'm talking about painters, real artists with paint and a canvas, that they will cover the white canvas with something before they start. They might cover it with a, you know, bright turquoise, or, you know, green or pink or purple or something, just so that they've got something to start with. Even if I end up covering this up again, it doesn't matter. The point is that I've got a base, and then I can build on that base. So let's do that now. And this is my bit of muslin that I cut off again, another piece, and I'll tease it apart. You can just use it how it is, of course, but I like the look of it when it's teased apart like that. And I had a piece of lace here. It's just a matter of working out what's going to work for you in terms of the design of the piece, and whether or not you think that that looks any good. This is just the end of a tag that I cut that I didn't end up using, and I've got some metal bits out too. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if that's going to be a bit too much with that bolt pin maybe. Let me just see what else I've got in my metal box that I've got out here on the table. And these tickets that I have, I don't think I'm going to use all of them though, because I'm making it kind of lacy and a little bit shabby. I quite like this thing for it, maybe even the pin at some point, or something in here, although I think there's similar sorts of things that are in there. I think I'm going to go with a half of this one and just chop it in half. These are just the tickets. I made them ages ago too. You probably remember a lot of this stuff if you've been watching the videos. How's that looking? I quite like that composition. Let's see if I put some of it down, whether I still like it. I definitely want that piece under there. All right, I'm going to start sticking, and then I will work out the rest as I go. And then this maybe down here. Now I have some cream thread. This is the Tim Holtz thread. So just the Coats Eclectic Elements. Let me put that up for you so you can see. I'm not sure if you can get this anymore, but you may be able to. It's just something that I bought ages ago. They came in a pack of 3 or 4 colours, I can't remember. There's definitely a black and a brown. There may be a white as well. And I wonder if I hang that off there, if that would look any good. And I want it to sit like in the middle of that. I didn't necessarily want to stick it down though. I just want it to sit there. I'm not sure I need that bolt pin on there. Let me just sit with it a moment. Put it on. I think it's detracting from it. I think it looks better when it's vertical. Horizontally it's detracting from what I'm going for. I'm not going to put it on actually. That will maybe go on the next one. Just add some more glue on top of the string to stop it moving, as well as down the edge, and I'll pop this on. I think I'll put this down on here too. It looks fine like that, but I thought it just might tie it all in a bit more with the rest of the pages if I've got a bit of grunge on this as well. I wasn't planning on doing this, but when I cut that in half, I thought I may as well put that on top of there. So I haven't put it on the pocket, I have, but on the side as well here. Just put it over just to offset it a little bit. And I will have to find a tag or something to put in here. In fact, I might make a tag out of some of this paper I've got here. I think that's fine. I'll make it into a tag. There's space to write on the back. I'll just do some tiny little corners on it. There you go. And I've got a little tag in there now, so that's finished. I think that's quite sweet and pretty simple to make. So you could make a whole bunch of them at the one time, and then you'd have them to pop in to various pockets and things in your journals. This is certainly where this one's going, straight into one of my journals. So this is Deborah. Thank you very much for joining me today. Cheers.